Hello, this is Rob with South Main Travelers, and I'd like to welcome you to our tour of the Icy Straight Point cruise port in Hoonah, Alaska. Icy Straight Point is an independently owned cruise port. It first started accepting ships in 2004, and as of 2020 opened its second dock. On our visit, we were docked at the Wilderness Landing, which is the newer of the two docks at Icy Straight Point. Icy Straight Point is completely surrounded by the Alaskan wilderness, so there's a really good chance if you keep your eyes open, you'll see some wildlife. It's not unusual to see whales from the beach. We saw several eagles while we were there. I know there's deer nearby. There's a lot of wildlife that you might be able to see. Up in front of us, you'll see the original cruise dock, which directly accesses the ocean landing portion of the cruise port. So this is the Wilderness Landing area, which opened up in 2020. There is a gift shop, an information and tour desk, and two gondolas. One, the Sky Glider, which costs extra, and it takes you up to Sky Peak, and then the Transporter, which takes you to Ocean Landing. So we took the Transporter gondola, which is free and will give you access between Wilderness Landing and Ocean Landing. But there's also a path that goes through the woods that you can take as well. It takes 15 to 25 minutes depending on your walking speed. Just so you know, that's not part of the walking path. That's a ropes course that you can take as a tour inside the cruise port. So if your ship ports at Ocean Landing, this is the first building that you'll come into. This is where you're going to meet up for your excursions, even if your ship docked at Wilderness Landing.
So when you come off the dock, you'll cut through here and head out into the area. So if you have a booked excursion...
This is the excursion meeting point. Most excursions will meet here. There are your doors marked 1 through 4. You may also be asked to go to an excursion hub to meet up with your tour, a lot of times if it's booked externally. And it's down a path that's very well marked. So right up here is the excursion hub, and you'll also notice they have some covered areas too in case it rains, which it does do a lot in Alaska. So we're going to jump back to that main building and show you what's just outside that building in the ocean landing area. So in this area you have the other side of the transporter gondola. This is also where the Zip Rider zip line ends. The zip lines are more than 5,000 feet long and drop over 1,000 feet from launch. So I've zoomed way out to see where the zip line starts, and I'm going to bring that back in to give you an idea just how far the zip line runs. It's really hard to see, but the zip line just started, and they will reach speeds of over 60 miles an hour as they come down. So you can watch as they come into view. So near the transporter station in the ocean landing area, there's a path that will carry you on around to the Hoonah canning area. And along the way, there's some really neat things to see, along with some stunning views. Of all the ports we stopped at, Icy Straight Point felt to me the most like what I expected Alaska to be like. This port being independently owned, you didn't have the Diamonds Internationals and Kariloha and all the other big corporations you see in a lot of the other cruise ports. It's 100% local. So as you enter the Hoonah cannery area, you'll notice it's a combination of two things: a collection of retail shops, as well as a museum/memorial to its heritage as a salmon cannery. So as we're walking through the shops, let me tell you about Sky Peak. It's another portion of this cruise port that we did not go to. This area is accessed by the Sky Glider gondola, and that was $49.95 for the day pass. It has amazing views, and it's also where you access the Zip Rider zip line. Another thing I don't want to forget to mention is there are several restaurants located throughout the cruise port, so you can have a bite to eat. While we were in Icy Straight Point, we took a whale watching expedition with Hoonah Travel Adventures, and that video is coming real soon. So here's a quick sample for you, and don't forget to subscribe to the channel. As we mentioned before, there is a path that goes between the wilderness landing and the ocean landing, and if you look down below us, you'll see where that path comes up underneath the gondolas. So as we wrap up this video, let's go over what Icy Straight Point has to offer. It's isolated deep in the Alaskan forest, but it's well maintained, so it's easy to access everything. That way you get that Alaska feel without being too wild. As for activities, there are the ropes courses, the zip line, there are kayaks you can rent, there's the Sky Peak nature area, and if I'm not mistaken, they actually will book tours directly out of the port. So if you're not wanting to leave the port, they do have enough activities to fill your day. The biggest thing though for me was the nature. If you keep your eyes open and really look around, you're gonna see, like I said before, bald eagles, you may see whales, deer, and all sorts of things. So if you look up in the tree here, you can see I got actually two bald eagles. You'll see the other one's head bobbing. So this is Rob with South Main Travelers. If you found this informative, like the video, subscribe to the page, and check out the rest of our videos and see if there's not something else that you would enjoy.